What's up, guys? How have you been? How have you been? Okay, I'll see if I can help that. First timers, welcome. It's One Take Tom. Returners, welcome. It's One Take Tom. Let's get to it. Today we're going to be reacting to Eminem, his 11th track in the Slim Shady LP album, As the World Turns. Now we've already heard this one a few times, so we know we're going to get some crazy shady in here. So let's listen for the lyrics and crack on.
Bunch of hippies and wacky tobacco planters who swallow lit roaches and light up like jack-o'-lanterns. Outsiders, baby, and we suing the courts, cause we dope as fuck and only get a tune the source, yo.
Okay, so you know each time he comes up with like a slightly different intro, he likes to change it up. We don't know whether we're gonna get deep M, crazy M, wacky shady, controversial shady, probably a combination of all of them. But this one with the intro, it seems to be, you know, as the world turns, we all go through stuff, trials and tribulations. So maybe this is sort of, we're all in this together. As the world turns, this is what happens. And this is what we go through. You know, talking about being tested, when someone wants to test us. Maybe life is just one big test. So he's going to talk about the hardships, getting through it. What's difficult, what's easy. And he's probably going to say some controversial things. But he's going to mix it in and disguise it with some crazy lyrics and rhymes. I mean, already he's jumping in with some crazy syllable rhymings. I'm going to have to do the American accent here so that it works. But it's tobacco planters, jack-o'-lanterns, right? Tobacco plant, jack-o'-lanterns. It's a great construction of complex rhymes together. You know, sue in the courts, two in the source. You know, he does it with his Detroit accent, so it sounds good. It works when he's elongating the vowel sounds or emphasizing on certain vowel sounds. But then he's also throwing in little sly digs or little controversial statements here and there. You know, we know how he feels about the Source magazine. And again, he's going in with the shady accent, so it's slightly sarcastic. And we know he's probably going to say a few things he shouldn't. But let's keep going.
I hang with a bunch of hippies and wacky tobacco planters who swallow lit roaches and light up like jack-o'-lanterns. Outsiders, baby, and we suing the courts, cause we dope as fuck and only get a tune the source, yo. They never should've booted me out of reform school. Deformed fool, taking the shit in a warm pool, so they threw me out the Ramada Inn. I said it wasn't me, I got a twin. Oh my god, it's you, not again. It all started when my mother took my bike away, cause I murdered my guinea pig and stuck him in the microwave. After that it was straight to the 40 ouncers, slapping teachers and jacking off in front of my counselors. Class clown.
I mean, you see what I mean? He just comes in with such crazy complex rhymes and then he throws in some horrendous statements or some disgusting statements or some derogatory statements. We're so impressed because it's so complex and it's so complicated the way he constructs the rhymes and the different syllables and the different words together. But then he's talking about jacking off in front of counsellors. Come on, Shady. I think his plan the entire time is just to send us on some mental roller coaster. We like the raps and the lyrics, but the statements are scary. We like the raps and the lyrics, but the statements are controversial. We like the raps and the lyrics, but the statements are bad. It's good, it's bad. It's good, it's bad. You know, this links back to the shady guilty conscience thing again. Good shady, bad shady. Good shady, bad shady. Personally, I like the good shady, but we probably couldn't do without the bad shady. And that's what brings the inner craziness out, so we kind of need both. But again here, like with some of the others, he goes in with these 2-sentence rhymes, 2-line bars, and then switches it up again and goes for another 2 lines, with different rhymes at the end, but still quite complex. Yo, they never should have booted me out of reform school. Deformed fool, taking a shit in a warm pool. So again, he's changing, he's elongating the vowel sounds, he's stretching it in order to make it work or to make it sound, to add new sounds, to add new rhymes. But it all sounds good. And then he changes it up, changes the flow, and then he rhymes 2 other words, 2 other sounds. And you hear it when we break it down, you hear it here. Yo, they should have never booted me out of reform school. Deformed fool, taking a shit in a warm pool. Till they threw me out the Ramada Inn. I said it wasn't me, I got a twin. Oh my god, it's you, not again. So you hear how he changes the flow of it, depending on the sentence structure and depending on the lines, how long it is. Ramada Inn is now the next sequence of rhymes that he's going to use. Ramada in is the next set of sounds and vowel sounds that he's going to rhyme together. So he finds a few more. Garda twin, nod again. And again, depending if he stretches the vowel sounds, he makes it sound more like the sound than it is, or than it would be. And then he adds more levels to it by being emotional, by adding accents, so it sounds just like a character. So again, we're more just picturing it rather than actually listening to the rap. We just think that he's speaking, actually he's still rhyming at the same time. And again, just so effortlessly talking it all out. There's going to be so many rhymes, so many different rhyming partnerships, rhyming pairings here, mixed in with a lot of controversial and crazy statements. So let's strap in, but we'll keep going.
It wasn't me, I got a twin. Oh my god, it's you, not again. It all started when my mother took my bike away, cause I murdered my guinea pig and stuck him in the microwave. After that it was straight to the 40 ounces, slapping teachers and jacking off in front of my counselors. Class clown freshman, dressed like Les Nessman. Fuck the next lesson, I passed the test guessing. And all the other kids said, Eminem is a diss head, he'll never last. Only class he'll ever pass is phys ed. Maybe true till I told this bitch in gym class that she was too fat to swim laps, she needed slim fast. Who, me? Yeah, bitch, you so big, you walked in the big panties and stepped on Jenny Craig. She picked me up to snap me like a skinny twig, put me in a headlock, then I thought I'm a guinea pig. I felt the evilness and started
Wait. Sounds like a guinea pig. Oh, he really does throw some absolute random lines in there, doesn't he? Alright, you start talking about your guinea pig. Who even thinks about these things in a rap? Have you ever heard any other rap artist talk about a guinea pig? This is what I mean. This is where his imagination just runs off with it. He likes to come up with the most complicated, random scenario, put it together, talk about this random scenario, put it together. However, it's still linked to stuff that we can relate to. You know, school happens to come up a lot. We can obviously relate to that. Teachers, students, bullies, stuff going on in class. We can all relate to that. Guinea pigs, celebs. You know, he picks topics that everyone can relate to and everyone has some sort of connection with. And then he decides how he goes about it. Does he want to be controversial? Does he want to have a deep message behind it? Most of the time he's controversial, jacking off in front of counsellors, sticking his guinea pig in a microwave. But then he'll come out with some absolute gem of a really deep message song. You know, something that really hits you. I mean, most of these songs have a lot of underlying messages behind it. You know, this one as well. As the world turns, you know, as the world keeps turning round and round. You know, maybe saying the world's going to keep turning anyway, so this is how it is, or this is just what I'm getting up with, and then the world's going to keep turning, so get over it. Either way, we can admit this is one of his crazy ones, one of the wacky ones. Probably going to say a few more weird things, so let's keep going with it. But listen out to the lyrics and listen out to the rhymes, because they're so good. And again, the way he just changes the flow. Remember we said before, he picks a word. It seems like he picks a word or he picks a vowel sound, and then he rides that for a bit. Then he'll switch it up, change the flow, change the vowel sound, ride that vowel sound for a bit. Change the flow, change the vowel sound, rhyme that vowel sound for a bit. So we can see now how he's constructing it, but he just still makes it look so effortless. It all started when my mother took my bike away, because I murdered my guinea pig and stuck him in a microwave. Okay, after that it was straight to the 40 ounces, slapping teachers and jacking up in front of my counselors. The content is crazy, like it's so good, but like why are you thinking of this? How are you thinking of this? How is this where your mind goes? Maybe you just want to be so crazy and controversial to make a point, see how controversial you can get. I remember in an interview with him, you know, talking about Dre, he said the more Dre seemed to laugh at how crazy he was going, the more crazy he wanted to go. So maybe they just sort of, you know, fueled each other. Dre allowed him to keep going and keep going and keep being as controversial as he could. And then because he was stretching it, because he was pushing the boat out, he got better, he got more wacky, he got more crazy. And then he came with all of these crazy puns and everything together. So cheers, Dre. Thanks for really unleashing it. Okay, so he's put his guinea pig in the microwave and he's jacking off in front of counselors. Then what? Then he switches the flow. Class clown freshman, dressed like Les Nessman. Fuck the next lesson, I'll pass the test guessing. Jeez. You see the bounciness, the this it, bit, it. And then again with the whole punchlines that he sets it up, lands. And that's a great example of a line rhyming here, line rhyming, line rhyming, line rhyming. Two words rhyming, and then he puts them together. Two sounds rhyming, he puts them together. And he doesn't just rhyme at the end of a sentence, next line, end of a sentence. He'll rhyme at the start, middle, end. Then he's got the next line, start, middle, end. So, you know, so there's a lot of pairing, there's a lot of the same layout and structure. It's so good. And it's so effortless the way he just switches from flow to rhyme, to different syllable rhymes, to 2-syllable rhymes, to 3, to the whole sentence. Class clown freshman, dressed like Les Nessman. Fuck the next lesson, I'll pass the test guessing. Jeez. And all the other kids said, Eminem is a fizz head, he'll never last. Only class he'll ever pass is phys ed. You see, right there. So he has a few rhymes, ever last, ever pass, class. So he mixes a few of the different vowel sounds, but then the vowel sound rhyming at the end is still phys ed, phys ed, piz ed, phys ed, right? So he's rhyming 2 different sounds in the same line. 2 different vowel sounds in the same line. Never last, ever pass, test guessing, kids said, thiz said, never last, only class, whoever passes, phys ed. You see? So it's not just enough to rhyme 2 words at the end and 2 words at the end of each bar. He says, no, I'll rhyme some other words in there at the same time. Absolute talent, absolute levels to this. Let's keep going with it.
Maybe true till I told this bitch in gym class that she was too fat to swim laps, she needed slim fast. Who, me? Yeah, bitch, you so big, you walked in the big tandies and stepped on Jenny Craig. She picked me up to snap me like a skinny twig, put me in a headlock, then I thought I'm a guinea pig. I felt the evilness and started transforming. It began storming, I heard a bunch of cheering fans swarming. Grabbed that bitch by her hair, drug her across the ground, and took her up to the highest diving board and tossed her down. Sorry, coach, it's too late to tell me stop, but I dropped this bitch face down and watch her belly flop. As the world turns, these are the days of our lives. These are the things that we must go through, day by day. We drive around $1 million sports.
So you see there, he says it in the chorus, you know, these are the things we just have to go through. The world's going to keep turning no matter what. This is just what we go through. These are the days of our lives. A lot of references in there. And a lot of wacky, crazy, shady too. Pick me up and snap me like a skinny twig. Put me in a headlock and thought of my guinea pig. Wait. How has he even managed to sound wait like a guinea pig? No, how is he even thinking of doing that? Like, there's just crazy levels to this. And again, with the elongation of vowel sounds, the storming, swarming, you know, with his little Detroit accent. And then, Crazy Shady comes back, you know, drag it to the highest diving board, toss her down. And just like before, he always goes on, what does he do? He likes to set up for the punchline. Then he goes, sorry, coach, it's too late to tell me stop while I drop this bitch face down and watch her belly flop. Watch her belly flop. He's too funny, man. He's so good. I love Crazy School Shady. He's so mischievous. He's so bad. Always causing chaos. Always doing this silly, crazy shit. He's so funny, man. He's actually one of my favorites. But I really like the style to this. I really like the flow and just the way he's talking, the beat in the background. And the way he's just throwing out all these complex rhymes and different words. It's great imagination and great different complex rhyming wordplay. Let's keep going.
These are the days of our lives. These are the things that we must go through, day by day. We drive around $1 million sports cars, while little kids hide this tape from their parents like bad report cards. Outsiders and we suing the courts, cause we dope as fuck and only get it 2 in the source. Hypochondriac, hanging out at the laundromat, where all the raunchy, fat, white, trashy blondes be at. Dressed like a sailor standing by a pail of garbage. It's almost dark and I'm still trying to nail a trailer park bitch. I met a slut and said, what up, it's nice to meet ya. I like to treat you to a Fago and a slice of pizza, but I'm broke as fuck and I don't get paid till the first of next month. But if you care to join me, I was about to roll this next blunt.
Jeez. You see, just hearing him, just speaking, just so casually. And then he just rhymes at the end. You see how it just flows really naturally. And then the bars, and he likes to set it up, and then he lands it. He sets it up, and then he lands it. It sounds so good because he's just talking naturally. $1 million sports car, like bad report cards. Outsiders, we sue in the courts. 2 in the source. Hypochondriac. Like we said before, it feels like he finds a word, he finds some vowel sounds to play with, he picks that one, and then he tries to match it for the next few lines. And then switches up and finds a new vowel sound, and then tries to rhyme it and match it the same few lines. So this one is hypochondriac, hanging out at the laundromat, where the white trashy raunchy blondes be at. Now you see here how he just rhymes not just one sound, but lots of different words together. So sometimes he'll rhyme a word with a word, and then sometimes it's one word sound rhyming with 3 other words at the same time. You know, or it's the beginning of this word and the end of that word, or one word and then 3 different words. So here it's hypochondriac, 1 word, laundromat, 1 word, blondes be at, 3 words, right? So it's not just one word rhyming with one word. It's a bunch of different ways of constructing these two together, mean that it sounds the same as that. These three together means that it sounds the same as that. Which is crazy levels to this. You know, other examples, paler garbage, trailer park bitch. There's so many different random words that he comes up with. Because the imagination is so creative. He constructs all these different words, these different sentences, these different scenarios with all these complicated words in them and wordplay in them in order to make it rhyme. And again, he says it so sarcastically, he plays around with it, and then that's him setting it up for the punchline. And I don't get paid till the first of next month, but if you'd care to join me, I'm about to roll this next blunt. Like, even the intonation he uses, he's setting it up for a punchline, which is just perfect. There's so many different levels to the rap. But let's keep going with this.
Country mad, where all the raunchy, fat, white, trashy blondes be at. Dressed like a sailor standing by a pail of garbage. It's almost dark and I'm still trying to nail a trailer park bitch. I met a slut and said, what up, it's nice to meet ya. I like to treat you to a Fago and a slice of pizza. But I'm broke as fuck and I don't get paid till the first of next month. But if you care to join me, I was about to roll this next blunt. But I ain't got no weed, no Phillies or no papers. Plus I'm a rapist and a repeated prison escapist. So give me all your money and don't try nothing funny, cause you know your stinking ass is too fat to try to outrun me. I went to grab my gun, that's when the ass put it on me. With an uppercut, hit me with a basket of laundry. I fell through the glass door, started causing a scene. Slid across the floor and flew right into a washing machine. Jumped up with a broken back. Thank God I was smoking crack all day and doped up off coke and smack. All I wanted to do was rape the bitch and snatch her purse. Now I wanna kill her, but so I gotta catch her first. Ran through Rally's parking lot and took a shortcut. Saw the house he ran up in and shot her fucking porch up. Kicked the door down to murder this divorce slut. Looked around the room, that's when I seen her bedroom door shut. I know you're in there, bitch, I got my gun popped. You might as well come out now, she said. Come in, it's unlocked. I walked in and all I smelled was Liz Claiborne. And seen her spread across the bed naked watching gay porn. She said, come here, big boy, let's get acquainted. I turned around to run, twisted my ankle and sprained it. She came at me at full speed, nothing could stop her. I shot her 5 times and every bullet bounced off her.
Jesus, Shady. Come on, man. Did you hear all of that? Just absolute raw, just bar, bar, bar. You see why the chorus is shorter in this one, because he clearly just has some things he wants to say. And he's got the beat in the background. It's a nice beat, and he just talks. He just goes bar, bar, bar. Rhymes a couple of bars together, switches the flow up, rhymes the next couple of bars. Switches the flow up, rhymes the next couple of bars. Controversial, crazy lyrics. Really good rhyming wordplay, crazy controversial lyrics. And it's crazy. He sends us on such a roller coaster because it's like, oh yeah, insane lyrical wordplay, really sensitive topics. Insane rhyming couplets, really sensitive topics. I think he does it deliberately. He likes to see how much he can get away with, and then obviously he uses his raw talent to get away with it at the same time. And again, he's bending words, he's elongating vowel sounds to make it match, to make it sound the same. Shortcut, ran up the shot, shot on the porch up, she kicked the door down and murdered the divorce slut with his Detroit accent, man. It's making it sound so good. And again, he's just messing about with it. He's name dropping, he's throwing in people's names, he's throwing in different words, he's messing about with it, he's making it rhyme, and then he's continuing on. Listen to the amount of different rhyming, different complicated words he uses, and then he puts together. Let's keep going.
I walked in and all I smelled was Liz Claiborne. And seen her spread across the bed naked watching gay porn. She said, come here, big boy, let's get acquainted. I turned around to run, twisted my ankle and sprained it. She came at me at full speed, nothing could stop her. I shot her 5 times and every bullet bounced off her. I started to beg, no, please let go. But she swallowed my fucking leg hole like a Negro. With one leg left, now I'm hopping around crippled. I grabbed my pocket knife and sliced off her right nipple. Just trying to buy me some time, then I remember this magic trick. Go, go, gadget dick. Whip that shit out and ain't no doubt about it. It hit the ground, caused an earthquake and power outage. I shout it now, bitch. Let's see who gets the best. Stuck that shit in crooked and fuck that fat slut to death.
Come on, Shady, for goodness sake. You see what I mean? He has absolute complicated, complex rhyming wordplay, and then he does things like this. Even with his ad-libbing, it's so good. The accents, he actually sounds like the characters. I don't know about you, even when he does the girl voice, I'm still picturing a female. His storytelling is so good. She said, come here, big boy, let's get acquainted. Even the way he's saying that, you're picturing it. You're picturing the story more than you're picturing the rhymes and you're picturing the rap. That's when you know it's good. Then he comes in with some wacky scenarios. I turned around to run, twisted my ankle and sprained it. She came at me at full speed. Nothing could stop her. I shot her 5 times. Every bullet bounced off. I don't know. The imagination is just so creative. It's so funny. Which is another thing. You know, he adds humor into his rap, which is just a whole nother level to itself. You know, it's hard enough to rhyme a word at the end of the line and then another word at the end of that line. He rhymes it, then he rhymes another sound at the start, that same sound at the start of the next line, with a different sound at the end of the first line and a different sound at the end of the second line. Then he puts his accents and he makes it wacky, puts these different complicated words together, rhymes that word with 3 other words because the sound's the same, creates a story with it, and then he also makes it funny. Sets up with a punchline, drops the punchline. Sets it up, drops the punchline. That is really hard. Not just making it flow well, not just making it rhyme well, he's making it funny. And timing and delivery with funny is everything. So go back, listen to it. Comment, think how many different layers you can notice in this. Basic rap, basic rhyme, complicated rhyme, different storytelling, humor. You know, all of these different things. Tell me how many levels you think there are to this. It's crazy levels. And he's still being so childish with it. You know, how does he put in da 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 in a track and still make it sound good? Go gadget, like come on. And again, he's relating it to things that we're all familiar with: school, bullies, teachers, celebs, shows. You know, anything that then we can relate to it more, and then it makes it easier for us to follow, right? So again, that's another level to it. It's so smart. The way he constructs this is so smart. I guarantee you, it's not just bar. You know, a lot of people think there's not much substance in these raps because he's just saying some wacky things, he's saying some crazy things. He's not really saying much. He is. But listen to how complicated the words he's using are. You try and make a normal sentence out of the words he uses, right? He has to construct it in that way somehow. The fact is, he still manages to make it sound good. He brings it back into a storytelling, so we're not even paying attention to the rap. Makes it funny, has some jokes, has some punchlines, and still manages to make it rhyme. Like, try come up with a joke now, and then say, right, that same joke, you've got to make it rhyme. So difficult. Try it for yourself. Try all of this for yourself. See how you get on. And that way, maybe you can really appreciate how difficult this is, how much time is put into it, and how well it's constructed. Da 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 da. Go gadget. Come on, Shady. I mean, it's great. It's great that he has the humor in it as well, because it softens the blow. It softens the blow to some of these messages. He often does this a lot. He throws in a deep message, but he'll cover it up with a bit of humor or a bit of crazy controversial lyrics. That way maybe the impact isn't so heavy. You know, the truth is always hard for people to deal with, and reality is always hard for people to deal with. So this could be him softening it with a bit of crazy, a bit of wacky, a bit of humor. But don't sleep on the message, and definitely don't sleep on the talent. Let's keep turning with this. Let's get that chorus in.
And ain't no doubt about it. It hit the ground, caused an earthquake and power outage. I shout it now, bitch. Let's see who gets the best. Stuck that shit in crooked and fuck that fat slut to death. Come here. Take this motherfucker down, bitch. Come here. And as we go along, throughout the days of our lives, we all face small obstacles and challenges every day that we must go through. These are the things that surround us through our atmosphere every day. Every single day, the world keeps turning. Keeps turning. Keeps turning.
Jeez. What a track, Shady. I mean, you can hear it. That's why the chorus was shorter. Just raw bar for bar for bar. He just wanted to get some bars out. He just wanted to get some rhymes out. He's obviously thought of all these complex lyrics and complex words together. He's like, let's just get these out. And again, like we said, relating it to school, you know, putting his kid voice on, acting childish. It's all relatable, which is why we follow it along so well. So effortless as well. He's just talking, switching the flow, crazy rhymes, crazy lyrics. Has some fun with it as well. So thanks a lot, Dre, for the beat. The album is insane. Thanks a lot, M, for the lyrics. The track is insane. And thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. The fans are insane. But let's listen to the message. Let's keep the world turning. Let's keep pushing on. Keep pushing. Keep getting through what you're going through. We'll get there. The world's going to keep turning. Don't put your guinea pig in a microwave, alright? This has been One Take Productions. I'm One Take Tom. I'll see you on the next one. Wait.